Hey babes, welcome back to the O Show, everything crypto every day. Happy Taco Tuesday, and it looks like Ethereum is ready to take off. Let's get into it. This is our Ethereum daily chart, and Ethereum has successfully broke out of the consolidation range between approximately $3,300 and this area down here at $2,939. The reason why $2,900 was important is because we had two swing wick lows that occurred approximately August 18th, and we had multiple retests of resistance at approximately $3,300, which you can see the countless times here. Now that we have broken out, it is looking very, very positive for Ethereum. RSI is running upward, it is looking good. MACD, which is a lagging indicator, looks like it is ready to bear cross and pop back up. Today, I would like to see a close above $3,300. And the way our EMAs are stacked are immensely bullish, as we are also utilizing 3240 as support. Now, taking a look at the 4-hour chart. The 4-hour chart is also looking promising. I like when we have these EMA tangles down over here and they are tilted upward like this. This is bullish for me. As far as pullbacks go, if we do decide to have one, I would expect a retest of $3,300. We might not be likely to have it, but it is still an important area to note. If we break below $3,300 again, we can test $3,240 and $3,100. However, things are looking pretty bullish. As far as a target for the next area that we should hit, we can hit about $3,500 fairly easy, as that is kind of the next area of resistance denoted by these swing wick highs that occurred back in May, and then these two candle butts put together. So that's where I would kind of look. However, I would still expect a little bit of volatility because it is Ethereum, and I would also consider watching altcoins too and advocate taking profit on those, especially if you were under from that little nasty bear cycle that we had back in May. Now, this story is about competition, and this is why I like to pay attention to projects with different chains that are also competing against each other. Decrypt reported, Topps reveals new MLB NFT cards amid move from Wax to Avalanche. So previously, Topps had a set built utilizing Wax, which I like Wax and I hold some. I don't have any Avalanche yet, but I really am looking forward to getting it. I will be charting it next for you guys, don't worry. So they basically said that they went ahead and moved over to Avalanche because it is a lot more friendly with Ethereum. And when I went ahead and interviewed a min from Avalanche, that was something that he had mentioned because I had asked if they were a competitor with Ethereum. He said kind of, but not really, because they actually work together with Ethereum, which is pretty important. I like to pay attention and invest in projects that are direct competitors of Ethereum, but I will also invest in projects that will work with Ethereum just because Ethereum is such a massive ecosystem and there is a lot of potential there. A quote from this article: "We chose to partner with Ava Labs to develop ToppsNFTs.com due to their truly decentralized, high-performing platform compatibility with Ethereum and commitment to lowering their environmental impact," because we all know that Ethereum is so dangerous to the environment. Well, I don't think it's really about being dangerous to the environment. I think it's more about fees because it's still pretty expensive to utilize Ethereum. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Avalanche chart. This is the Avalanche AVAX chart, and we're starting to get a little bit of a pullback as we almost hit the all-time high of about $60 here, a couple bucks short. Now we're getting a pullback, and I called for a little bit of a pullback, I want to say over the weekend. So we're now testing about $41. Me personally, I would really like to buy down here between 33 and 25. I'm not saying that we're going to get a move down there. However, I will like to buy there because I like to get the best deal possible. And that's one of the reasons why I learned technical analysis. So a couple bearish things on the chart. However, technical analysis may not necessarily work on this because the ecosystem is booming right now. That's why setting limits orders are important. Anyways, we have EMA 9 that's essentially pushing price down here. And we're testing really nicely on $41 support. Another thing that I'm noticing is we have the EMA 21 and the EMA 30. They have slight little downward bends. MACD just completed a bear cross on the daily chart, and we are in overbought here. RSI is kind of in the middle. It's kind of neutral. We're getting confliction between the two. So let's go ahead and take a look at the 4 hour and see if we can find any more confluence. So taking a look at the 4 hour, we are underneath the EMAs, and this could be a little bit bearish. And we're essentially being pushed down by price. In order for me to be bullish on Avalanche, I need to see a flip of like $45. A bearish would be a drop down between $39 and approximately $31. This is where the EMA 100 is $39. EMA 200 is at $31. Now we have confliction between the indicators again, and that is okay. That can also mean that we're just going to keep getting some sideways action here. So if you're not in Avalanche, you feel like you missed out, I would consider placing some limit bids all the way down to bottom supports, because you never know if it's going to hit or not. Either way, Avalanche is a very, very solid project. They've got a lot going for them, and it is something that I am looking to get into, not necessarily today though. All right, guys, this story can get a little bit political here. So new round of protest against President Bukele's Bitcoin law in El Salvador. So we all know that Bitcoin was going to be legal tender in El Salvador, but apparently, according to Decrypt, not everybody is excited about it. And Salvadorians have taken to the streets in protest against the country's acceptance of Bitcoin as legal tender. And the law of Bitcoin being legal tender will take place on September 7th, which is right around the corner. And they are protesting now. A quote from somebody in El Salvador. I bring a lawsuit of unconstitutionality against the decree issued by the Bitcoin law for being a decree lacking legality, lacking foundation, without considering the significance and harmful effects that such a law will cause to this country, said one citizen named Oscar Otero at the time. He also believes that this legislation was designed to loot people's pockets and force us to trade. And apparently, a month later, a survey showed that over 3/4 of Salvadorians did not support President's Bitcoin project. And this was approximately 77%. So it came out that the president stated that Bitcoin acceptance won't be compulsory. If someone wants to continue loading cash, not receive entry bonus, not win over customers who have Bitcoin, not grow your business, pay commission on remittances, you can keep doing that. So realistically, the president really wants Bitcoin to succeed. But I also understand why El Salvadorians are not super excited about it, because maybe they don't understand the technology. And honestly, Bitcoin is not good for P2P transactions. A stable coin would be better for that. However, one thing I will say about Bitcoin, it is a lot better for remittances. And I know the country of El Salvador spends a lot of money on remittances, and so do a lot of other countries as well. Either way, it's going to be very interesting to see how this story plays out. And last I remember, the president said that he wouldn't require very, very small businesses to accept Bitcoin. They had the option to accept fiat or Bitcoin. So we'll see how this works. All right, guys, let's talk about Bitcoin price action on the daily chart. So the EMA 9 is looking pretty bearish to me because it's got a little bit of a downward curve. But we also saw that happen over here on August 18th. We had a downward curve and then a pop. So we're starting to see some similar price action. And we are also seeing the EMA 21 have a little bit of a downward bend. And ever since we had this move up on approximately June 21st, we have retested the EMA 21 and bounced successfully. So it's going to be interesting to see if we break this trend and we have a bit of a drop. If we do have a bit of a more drop, we can look between about $45,000 and about $42,000. So overall, I'm still going to be watching what's going to happen today. I'm still in my long, but I also have bids set down all the way to $30,000 just in case. We're getting confliction again on the 4-hour chart here. And Bitcoin is actually at a pretty crucial place on the 4-hour chart as we're testing on the EMA 100. Now, back over here when we had that nice move up around July 21st, I want to go ahead and analyze this. We have tested the EMA 100 once, twice, 3, and 4 times. So if we don't get a bounce here and we get bearish and we drop below, this bit of a bullish cycle could be broken. Comment your thoughts below and let me know what you guys think. Ultimately, I'm going to watch today and see what happens. Again, I would need to see a flip of $48,000 for bullish. Bearish price action would be for us to close beneath the EMA 100. This next story is revolutionary for Coinbase and the crypto industry. Coinbase updates investment policy to increase investments in crypto assets. We have committed to invest $500 million of our cash and cash equivalents into a diverse portfolio of crypto assets. Going forward, we will also allocate 10% of quarterly net income into the same portfolio. This means we will become the first publicly traded company to hold Ethereum, proof of stake assets, DeFi tokens, and many other crypto assets supported for trading on our platform, in addition to Bitcoin on our balance sheet. So Coinbase stepped out. They were very progressive and we are going to add Ethereum and DeFi projects to our balance sheet. I love this. I am here for it 100%. And I'm curious to see who else will follow suit. This next story is dope. Bitcoin exchange founded by billionaire Sam Bankman-Fried acquires CFTC license. The most important part of this story. FTX, the American affiliate of Sam, global cryptocurrency exchange FTX International, is betting that it can leverage a similar playbook to its parent company and successfully compete in the ever-crowded U.S. market. Specifically, it is going to start offering crypto derivatives to clients. And this will be done through LedgerX LLC, a commodity and futures trading associated regulated crypto derivative exchange. So basically, they have agreed to acquire this parent company and they're going to be offering derivative projects through that. Now, let's go ahead and read what a derivative is. A derivative are financial contracts set between two or more parties that derive their value from underlying asset, group of assets, or benchmark. They can trade on an exchange or over the counter. Prices for derivatives derive from fluctuations of the underlying asset, and they're usually leveraged instruments which increase their potential risk and rewards. Common derivatives include futures contracts, forward options, and swaps. The key piece here is leverage instruments. We know we are not supposed to be always trading utilizing leverage in the United States, but if FTX US is able to offer leverage products in the US to retail investors, that would be a game changer. And honestly, I don't see anything wrong with offering leverage products at 2 to 3 times leverage. Anybody should be able to utilize it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. I will catch you later tonight as we release an interview about privacy and decentralization. Bye-bye.